Now, this is going to be a little different from the other videos I normally do, because I was thinking, you know, why the hell not, right? Why the hell not? So, for this video, actually, before I go any further, for context for those who are new to the channel, there's a band I've been recently obsessing over for a while now, thanks to my friend Steve Baxi. And that band is called Ice Nine Kills. Ice Nine Kills is like a metalcore band that has been doing. Their big thing now is that each album has a theme to it. Their last one, Every Trick in the Book, was about famous novels like The Exorcist, Dracula, Romeo and Juliet, The Diary of Anne Frank, all of those. So you've got novels, books about novels. Their new one, called The Silver Scream, will be about slashers. It'll be about famous horror movies from the 80s and then on. Now, they have revealed a few tracks as it is. They've already revealed a few tracks as it is, and but however, they recently, actually, when I say recently, I mean just yesterday, they revealed all the 13 track names for the upcoming album, which is going to be released in October. And a lot of people, I saw in the comments when they revealed this, like, people like saying, oh, it's got to be about this, this, and this, or this, this, and this. So I figured, you know, wouldn't it be fun if I did a video talking about and my guesses for what they could be, you know, what these albums could be. So that's what I'm thinking. This is what this video is going to be about. Sorry for stumbling over my sentences. But yeah, I just figured, you know, I really love this band, and I really like to share it with you guys. Some of you guys have gotten into the band when I keep mentioning them. I've talked about them a few times here and there, and I really dig them. These guys are really talented. I think they're super underrated, in my opinion. I think they're great. They're genius writers and musicians. Again, super underrated. So I want to give as much as I can to this band. So for this and I don't get to talk a lot about music, which is another thing I really love. So on this channel, I don't get to talk a lot about music. So I'm going to be talking about it here. Anyway, so let's get started. Now, we already do know some of the tracks as it is. The American Nightmare, Thank God It's Friday, Savages, and Enjoy Your Sleigh. 4 of those tracks are already, like, people know what they're about. Thank God It's Friday, the American Nightmare are about Jason and Freddy, respectively. In fact, you can actually go listen, if you haven't already, you guys can go listen to those songs right now. They reveal on their YouTube page and even on Spotify, they have those songs, those tracks. I think they're on Spotify. Could be wrong, but I think they are. But anyway, so those tracks are already out there, so you guys can go check them out. Also, another track that you guys can go listen to is Enjoy Your Sleigh. That song is about The Shining, and that one is actually, it was a track that was released about a while ago to be, as the band put it, like a epilogue piece to Every Trick in the Book, and be like, I think as the lead singer Spencer put it, as like the prelude to what was going to be for the next album, which is obviously this. So I think it's cool that we got that in here. I think that's really cool. And Enjoy Your Sleigh is actually a really badass song. In fact, they actually got Stanley Kubrick's grandson, Stanley Kubrick, being the one who directed the Shining film, to actually be a part of the song. He does like the deep, guttural screaming in this song. He's actually a part of a band called Shields, and in of itself. So I think it's all really cool. You guys should check out Enjoy Your Sleigh, as well as The American Nightmare and Thank God It's Friday. All of them killer tracks. Also, so moving right along, Savages. Savages was kind of, well, it was revealed by the band in their merchandising for this album that it's going to be about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I'm like, fuck yeah! I can't wait to hear what kind of like crazy shit they got in mind for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I am all in for how that song's going to sound. In fact, I'm actually kind of hoping that's the next one, the next track they reveal before the album. At least that's my hopes. Could be wrong. So let's get on. So that was tracks 1, 2, 4, and 8. Let's talk about the other ones. So at number 3 is Stabbing in the Dark. I think Stabbing in the Dark is going to be either about Scream or Halloween. But I'm starting to lean, the more I think about it, I'm starting to lean more towards Scream. And I'll tell you why. The band are the lead singer and the band on a whole are huge fans of Scream. They absolutely love the movie, the movie Scream, and they're all. And Spencer has said that he is a huge Wes Craven fan, and I'll get to that in a moment of why I think that we're going to see other Wes Craven stuff in here. So I think I'm starting to lean towards it being Scream, but I'm really hoping we get a track about Halloween, because you can't have a horror movie, album without having some homage to one of the best slasher films. Not the first. We got to remember this isn't the first one, but I think we got to have some homage to Michael. We got to give some props to Michael Myers. So it could be Halloween, but I'm starting to think But again, it could be Halloween, but I'm leaning towards Stabbing in the Dark being about Scream. Could be wrong, but that's what I think where we're going. So, fourth track is Savages, as I talked about. Number 5 is The Jig Is Up, which a lot of people, and myself included, think that this one's going to be about Jigsaw, the Saw movies, which is really cool. I dig that. I think that's really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they got in mind for that. Following that is number 6, A Grave Mistake, which a lot of people have been saying that it could be a zombie film, like Night of the Living Dead, or Return of the Living Dead, or Dawn of the Dead, one of the Dead films, like some zombie film in some cases. But other people, and I'm starting to lean towards this theory too, that it might be a song about Pet Sematary, the classic Stephen King story. And again, that's not, we've had the, Enjoy Your Slay, which is about The Shining, and we've got another Stephen King inspired song on here too, and I'll get to that in a moment. But I think it could be, A Grave Mistake could be about Pet Sematary, and again, it was a grave mistake bringing back your kid there, buddy, because sometimes that is better. I can't do that voice. I'm sorry. Anyway. So, I think it might be Pet Sematary, but it could easily be a zombie film, too. Moving right along, we've got Rocking the Boat, which a lot of people, myself included, have come to the terms that, yeah, that's a song about Jaws. Can you imagine, this song is going to be the most metal thing about a killer shark. Let's all just admit that, yeah, Rocking the Boat, it's probably more than likely going to be about Jaws. Really excited to see what kind of music they've got for a killer shark. Just all in for that one. Number 8 is Enjoy Your Slay. I already talked about that one. Number 9 is called Freak Flag. Now, Freak Flag, a lot of people are really don't know about this one, and no one's really guessed about this one. I've seen a few, but let me throw out my theory of what this song's going to be. I think Freak Flag is going to be about The Hills Have Eyes, another classic Wes Craven film. And again, these guys, Spencer and the rest of the guys are huge Wes Craven fans. And I think, yeah, I don't think that Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream are going to be their only ones on here. I think The Hills Have Eyes is going to be another definite one. And Hills Have Eyes, the original film, even the first remake, not the sequel to the remake, are really, I think the remake's pretty good, but not as good as, the first one has its flaws, the original has its flaws, but it's still a good horror film. And I think, yeah, Freak Flag might be it. It's a song about, it's a movie about freaks, so that's what my thought is. Could be something else. It could be like The Devil's Rejects or House of a Thousand Corpses, but I'm going to put my money on it being about The Hills Have Eyes. But I could be totally wrong here. Number 10, The World in My Hands. Now, this one is another song no one's really done a lot of guessing about. But I'm going to throw my hat in there and say that this song's going to be about Wishmaster. Or it's actually, I'm going to throw about 2. I think it's either going to be about Wishmaster or Hellraiser. And I think it might be Hellraiser a bit more, because while Wishmaster's really cool, and he's obviously a very powerful being, Hellraiser is the more popular one and definitely has a major fan base. It could easily be Wishmaster, because again, it's a guy who could change the world with the palm of his hands. But the same could be said about Pinhead. Actually, I take it back. I think it's gonna be the wild card pick for me, but I think this song might be about Wishmaster. Again, could totally be wrong, and it could be about Hellraiser, who knows. But I could be totally wrong, and I accept that. Anyway, so number 11 is called Merry Xmas, which I initially thought was about Black Xmas, Black Christmas, the original the original slasher film for a lot of people. And it could be that, and I still think it could be that, but honestly I'm starting to lean towards it being about another classic Christmas-themed slasher film, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Very cult classic film, and again, it had a guy with an axe, so I think I'm starting... And Billy, the slasher in the first movie, Billy, could be, didn't really carry an axe, he just had a knife, so yeah. I'm starting to lean it might be Silent Night, Deadly Night. But again, I'm really looking forward to it regardless. So, moving right along to number 12. So, the title for number 12 is called Love Bites. And a lot of people have been guessing what that could be. A lot of people have kind of come to consensus that it might be a vampire film that it's inspired by. And I'm going to say it's going to probably be The Lost Boys. A lot of people have been guessing The Lost Boys. Again, another great 80s horror film. And again, there is some romance to it, and it's definitely a cult classic. I'm gonna, I could be totally wrong. I totally acknowledge that I could be wrong on all of these, so just throwing that out there. But I'm gonna say it's gotta be The Lost Boys. Again, be totally wrong, but that's what I think it might be. So, the 13th and final track is called It Is the End. And yeah, It Is the End, definitely, it's about it. It's Pennywise. Just no doubt about it, it's definitely about Pennywise. And they said that, a lot of people are like saying, well, why doesn't Thank God It's Friday the 13th track, because it's supposed to be Friday the 13th. The band itself said, there's a reason why It Is the End is the 13th and final track for the album, and we're going to be blown away by it. So I'm really excited for that. Definitely looking forward to seeing what they got in store for Pennywise. And yeah, there's pretty much all of the track titles and the ones I guessed for. Again, I could be 100% totally wrong on all of these. I could be 100% totally, absolutely wrong on that. And I fully acknowledge that. I fully acknowledge that I could be completely 100% wrong on every single one of these tracks. But, you know what? I want to just do something a little different. An album which is not only about one of my favorite genre, if not my favorite genre of films, done by a band that is slowly becoming my favorite band. Yeah, I just had to do a video on it. I really wanted to do a video on it. It was like, yeah, I want to have fun. I want to do something a little different. I want to do something out there. And I was like, yeah, I want to do some this would be fun to kind of guess and, talk about what the albums could be. And yeah, like I said, if you have not listened to Ice Nine Kills before, do yourself a favor. If you love hardcore, like metalcore type stuff, but still like a story to your songs, like something like power metal. Well, it's not. Ice Nine Kills isn't power metal, but it definitely has the power metal thing of telling a story through song, as you're like something of that degree in there. But it's done in a metalcore way, and it's perfect. It's fucking perfect. So, if you have not listened to Ice Nine Kills before, go check him out right now. Go! Especially for, to check out this album, go check out The American Nightmare, Thank God It's Friday, and Enjoy Your Sleigh. And yeah, then if you want to, go check out their other stuff from their first album, The Predator, which is not a song about the Predator. An album about the Predator, I'm sorry to say, but maybe we'll get some song of that down the line, of that, maybe Alien. Because honestly, these guys are so damn good, like, they could do a metal album about the Disney villains. And I'm not talking doing metalcore covers of the Disney villain songs, I'm not saying that. What I mean is, like, new original metalcore songs about Disney villains. Like, could you imagine them doing a song about Frollo, or Bill Cipher, or Maleficent, or Chernabog? Yeah, just picture that, like, metalcore with songs about Disney villains. These guys, it sounds really dumb, but we've seen before that people like Jonathan Young, who's done covers, mind you, and, Caleb Hiles, also on YouTube, and, again, it was covers, but yeah, you can make Disney villains metal. Like, they're metal enough as it is, but you can do so much more with them. And Ice Nine Kills, they've proven enough that they can tell intricate stories with their songs to do it. So, it'll probably never happen, but a guy can dream, right? I'm just so excited for the Silver Scream. And again, if any fans of Ice Nine Kills, hope you all enjoyed this video. Yeah. So, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of the song titles? What movies do you think are the songs about? Just comment below, let me know. Also, what kind of, like, metal songs would you like to see Ice Nine Kills do? Like, would you like to see them do songs about Disney villains, or villains from other horror films, or, you know, something to that degree? Just comment below, let me know. This was really fun to do. Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is going to be really cool, and I had a lot of fun with it. But once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.